Yo, what's good at YouTube? It's your boy Bolo, and I'm coming to you with another video for educational purposes only. And so yeah, it's complicated. Great content creator. Has another video out. Like I said, I haven't seen it. I like to do these live, and I just thought the headline was very interesting. Bisexual, B-U-Y, not B-I. So let's just check it out.
What is your understanding of the history of romantic relationships and how they've evolved?
Honestly, so I think from a long time there was a lot of male-dominant relationships where it comes into the man takes care of the woman stays at home. But over time, it has become a woman can do what they want.
Yeah, romance is basically a new concept. Marriage is basically a business deal, an inheritance. For basically the children. The girl gets put with a good man, passes on, obviously their genetics and whatever, land and possessions that they have, they would just pass it on. It was basically a transaction. Like this whole having to be in love and getting all googly eyed and, the lovebird shit, this is pretty new.
And a man is a support system, as well as still being able to kind of be the muscle of the relationship and being able to support her in her goals, as well as being able to support himself and show that he's have masculinity still. If that makes sense.
Can you explain in as much detail how the dating game works?
Oh, so I've been off the market for a year and a half. But the dating game, honestly, anymore is a female-dominated market where the female has a choice.
Obviously, it's dominated by women, but they don't realize that it's not beneficial to them. Look up the paradox of choice, where because you have so much choice, so many choices, you now can't make one. And I'm pretty sure we've all experienced this on something outside of dating. Like me personally, I remember when I was younger in GameStop, I would always go to GameStop and they would have buy 2 used games and get 1 free or whatever. And it would take me so long to decide on games just because there were so many to choose from that I didn't want to make the wrong purchase. I was like, oh man, I would literally decide and I would go on my, a phone. This is in the mid-2000s where phones did have internet, but it was super slow. And I would look up ratings on games that I wanted to try to make sure that it was a good purchase. Then I would go up to the person and be like, oh, okay, I'll take these 2, but to give me 1 more second, I'm gonna put this one back because I kind of got a bad feeling. Let me get another one. So having too much choice a lot of times is a negative. People don't realize it, especially women. They think that I have so many choices. And not only do they have so many choices, a lot of those people that they would choose would engage with them sexually. And then there's this confusion on their part where they think being sought after sexually means you would be sought after in a relationship sense, skewing their whole view of everything. So I would say that it is in their favor, but because of how things work out, it ultimately is a detriment to their own good.
If the female wants it, then the female can get it, and the guy is kind of just chasing. But when it comes to the dating, if the guy has game, style, based on clothing-wise, as well as good physique for the most part, they can dominate a dating game because the female wants what the female eye catches, but as well as the female has a choice, and the guy is kind of hunting.
How does each sex manipulate to get what they want?
I feel like females use their body. I feel like males use their money and what they can do for a woman. And if you gay, just body, yada, yada, yada.
All right, I pretty much agree. The women use their body on social media to get, what they want, attention, money, whatever it is. And guys use their money most of the time. Now, me, I'm not rich like that. You know what I'm saying? And even if I was, I'm not spending money on you like that unless we've got some time together where I know the money is really just a bonus. That's not the primary thing. Guys use their body. I get a decent amount of matches on Tinder when I was on there just from my body. I wouldn't even put out a whole profile. I would say I like my dog, I like going to the gym, I like video games, and I would have 4 or 5 pictures. 2 of them would be shirtless, and I would get a decent amount of attention from all kinds of women. You know what I'm saying? So, but even the best guy, even the most highly sought after guy, doesn't get the attention of even the lowest grade woman. Like, that's just a fact. It's always going to be in their favor from here on out.
Yada yada.
Makeup is a dominant one for females, for 100%, because they can change their appearance. Males will kind of alter their personality. If they're a douchebag, they will 1,000,000% change up and be like, oh, I'm a sweetheart. I'll talk to you all sweet. I'll take you on dates. The moment they get in a relationship, gone.
100%. This is something I've mentioned plenty of times in other videos and in my personal life. You meet the ambassador, okay? Ladies, you meet an ambassador, and guys, you meet their ambassador. Everything you say is funny to them. And then all of a sudden you're in a relationship and it's like, everything's a fucking joke, huh? And ladies, you get this guy he'll take his jacket off and let you walk over the water with it. He'll get up at 2 a.m. and do whatever you need to make sure you're okay and bring you flowers. And then after a couple months, that shit stops. Because you're trying to put your best foot forward. You're trying to impress this person to get what you want out of it. And a lot of times as humans, once we get what we want, we kind of take our foot off the gas. That's just how it is.
So, 100% that way.
If men typically have to have looks, money, and status in order to attract lots of beautiful women, how is the man not considered the prize?
Wow.
It's a good question. That's why I like this guy's videos. And these two are below average. No offense to them, they're below average, and I guarantee you they get as much attention as like the most attractive, well-off man.
Oh, that was mind-blowing. You just mind-blowed me.
I feel like because for them to have that, they have to pull the woman. So you can't pull the woman without all those things. So you're pulling the prize by having those things.
When it comes to dating and relationships, who is typically seen as the prize, the man or the woman?
Bitch. Yeah, the woman.
These two are going to be alone in a couple years. They're going to be miserable. They probably already have some antidepressants in their cupboard. But yeah, they're going to have a rough awakening because they're getting used up right now by all the Chads and the Tyrones. They're having their fun. And this one, I mean, I wouldn't say she's 100% looking better, but I think she's probably going to age better. Her skin just looks a little bit more, has a better glow to it. She's going to age like milk, I'm pretty sure. So right now she's the prize and she's feeling herself. In a couple years, she's going to look like absolute shit, like Lindsay Lohan did, you know? It's going to be one of those deals. But good luck to her.
So if the woman is the prize, why even bother going out with a man in the first place?
I don't know.
That's a good
Great question.
This guy's good.
Woman.
So who's the prize in a lesbian relationship? Both of them?
Both of them. Yeah, oh God.
Both be the prize.
So then why aren't they both the prize in a heterosexual relationship?
Because I was about to say men are down here and women are up here.
Fellas, this is what you get for lying all day, every day to these females. You think, oh, I'm gonna just say what I gotta say, get my little rocks off, boop, boop, boop. But you don't realize you're creating a monster. Look at them. None of them. Yeah, now obviously I'm too old for these girls. Like they're too young for me, man. Like I couldn't. But if I were to go back into my 22-year-old self, bro, are you kidding me? Like these are average at best. No offense to them, but these are not dimes. These are not head turners. They are not dime pieces. Okay? And they really think in their head that they are here. You know why? Because we lie to them every day. And we tell each and every one that, you know how you do. You know how we, like, as dudes, this is something I used to do also. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful. Like, we are so full of shit. But I didn't realize at that time what I was doing. I'm creating people like this. And then in the future, they're going to be like, damn, what the fuck happened? I thought I was this great. And no one wants me no more. That's what they're going to have to live with.
Okay, so are women equal to men or are women superior to men?
For sure, superior.
Superior.
Okay, so then why do women go around saying they want equality when they actually want superiority?
It's just for the look. So people just want to be like, oh, I'm going to go look for this, but they're actually looking
Okay,
for money.
why is it, do you know what the definition of chauvinism is?
They're fucking morons. But go ahead.
It means one sex thinking they're superior to another. Why is it when men think they're superior, we call it chauvinism, but when women think they're superior, we call it feminism?
That's a great question.
Yeah, I know. You have to actually think and not have your girlfriends tell you that you're right all day. Wow. I mean, like, the fact that they say this so liberally, they just spout this bullshit. And no one ever checks them on it. Like, they just go on and go on and go on and, yeah, girl, you're the best, girl, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, got me stumped there.
Yeah.
Are there any double standards in relationships that you can think of that do not exclusively favor women?
Is none.
None. So why
None.
would a man want to be in a relationship when everything's a double standard and it all favors her?
See, that's if you gonna be in a relationship with any female, make sure she's more bisexual than she is straight.
I gotta hear the dude's logic. It sounds interesting, but I want to hear this.
Can you
Yeah,
elaborate
please.
on that? What do you mean?
She like bitches more than she like niggas.
But I'm saying, what's the benefit in that? Why do you
The
believe that?
benefit in that is, boom, y'all can get bitches together.
Oh, this guy, he's got his eye on the prize.
Aha.
And you ain't gotta worry about fucking on one pussy and getting bored, cause bitches act like pussy don't get old. Pussy get old.
Yo, my man is, yo, preach. Yo, oh man, that's why guys, every time I see like on like social media, like Instagram, and you know, like there'd be like some celebrity female out there, and dudes, you know, these simp ass motherfuckers be in the comments like, damn, yo, I would never cheat on her, I would bang her every day. And it's like, nigga, no you won't. You're gonna do just like that dude did. You're gonna get tired of it. You're gonna be like, damn, I need some new good. It is what it is, bro.
If someone is dating a bisexual, are they more likely to get jealous whenever their lover spends time with their friends?
I feel like you would be insecure if you know your significant other liked both gender. I don't want to say both genders, and I'm gonna get shit on because there's.
No, there's only two. You were right, but look at that. The superior person, the prize is scared.
I don't think that's fair. I don't know.
Okay, jealousy. I think it gives you more options of who you're going to be jealous of. It's not just like,
I think
oh,
it increases
my girlfriend
jealousy.
likes a guy.
I think it increases insecurity.
Is jealousy a turn on or a turn off for you?
Turn on.
I love it. I don't want games in my relationship. I don't want to be jealous. I want to be confident. And
No,
know
I
that
love
the
it.
person- no.
Let me ask you this. What's the difference between protecting your woman and being possessive?
Being fucking possessive.
No.
I mean, isn't there good and bad jealousy? Like,
Yeah, there's controlling and like being manipulative.
right, but that would be, you know, being possessive, and then being protective of your woman is good jealousy. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, yes. I do agree.
Have any of you ever experimented sexually with another woman?
Yeah, they all.
Yes.
Good Lord, look at this. Ugh. And, ugh. and I guarantee you, fucking you, she gets a lot of attention. You know what? Let me lay off her, man. Let me not.
Okay. Would you ever date a man who's experimented with another man?
No.
Okay. Do you think women are less inclined to support bisexual men as potential dating prospects?
Yes.
Would you have a problem sucking a dick after it's been inside another guy's ass?
Yeah.
Oh, this guy, man, he's coming with the spicy questions. And of course, this is totally, look at homegirl's eye. She is like, hell fucking no. This is why a lot of the shit that women support, like their movements, a lot of them do it just to push against male dominance. This is something I said videos ago. It's called the unholy trinity, okay? That's what this is, the dark trinity, but it's a very loose alliance. You have the feminists, the LGBTQs, and the fatties, okay? Now the fatties and the LGBTQ actually don't like the women that much, and the women, a lot of them, have a very strenuous relationship with the fatties and the LGBTQ. But because they all have this shared hatred of straight men, that they kind of team up. But you can see that they're not always together. They're not always together, because I guarantee you all these girls would be in some kind of LGBTQ march if Donald Trump was in office or some shit. They would all be in there talking about equality, don't judge, blah, blah, blah. But in this scenario is a big resounding hell fucking no.
Definitely. What the fuck?
No, because, well, maybe, because, like, I've done ass to mouth, but, like, it depends on if they cleaned their ass.
Can you be more specific?
But, like, if you clean your ass before a scene, then maybe I'll suck a dick after it's been an ass. But then again, I've licked a guy's ass, so don't know if it was clean.
I hate these ads, bro.
Is it generally true that men seek the hottest woman they can afford while women seek the richest man they can attract?
I'd say generally yes, that is true.
So don't men want trophy wives while women want sugar daddies?
I'd say that, yeah, guys do like someone that they can probably show off. They care about looks more than money, and the opposite for girls. What do you think, Tim?
I mean, personally, I think personality matters, but girls do chase the money. And I've heard it first person.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious. I mean, and the thing is, like, it's nothing to feel bad about. Like, it is what it is. This is nature. People need to stop getting mad about people or genders not seeing things the way you want them to, because it's like, yo, you're not them. I'm not going to get mad at women for having all these standards. All I'll do is explain to them is that the chances of them finding all these different attributes in one person are slim to none. You know what I'm saying? That's all I do is like say, hey, look, you can have all those standards, but you're probably not going to find it. And unless you're okay with being alone, and when I mean okay with being alone, I mean actually alone, not fucking a whole bunch of people from, you know, different dating sites because you're still young and good looking. I'm talking about when you get old and no one actually wants you. Will you be okay in that state? Right now, girls are like, I'm okay with being alone, because they're not actually alone. They still have dudes over. They're just not dating. Okay, so would they actually be okay growing alone? Because a lot of their girlfriends that right now that they're having fun with, getting lit, getting fucked and all that shit, those girls are gonna move on and have relationships and children and families. Will they be okay with all their friends branching off and them actually being alone? Most will not be.
Girls care about money.
So how is dating not just a loose form of prostitution?
I mean, that's a good question. I mean, I'd say it's like consensual prostitution in a way.
It's always consensual prostitution. You know what I'm saying? If it's not, then it's grape.
Okay, well, why don't we just legalize it if it's already happening?
Maybe because it entice like trafficking and stuff like that. So I'd say there's probably like a bad side if you just call it prostitution.
No, I think they should legalize it because it would actually lessen sex trafficking, because you would have to have background checks and all the, like, there would be regulators, you know, watching things that happen. There would be less STDs being passed around. There would be less of these women getting killed by these psychopaths that are, you know, they're getting, you know, whatever, drug into dark corners and all this other weird CD shit. Like, it would, the tax revenue, like, legalizing prostitution is 100% needed, okay? And then not only that, now the women that want to play the fence, that don't want to be outed as that, but kind of want to play that role somewhat, now they have to pick a side. Either you're going to be this or you're going to be that. You can't walk that line anymore. So I am all for legalizing it.
It's more of like a social, like, it's accepted socially to say it's dating instead of prostitution.
I feel like a woman, when I date a guy that doesn't have a job, doesn't have any type of goals in his life, and I feel like a dude has to have a female that his friends want to fuck. Because if your friends don't want to fuck her, he ain't finna be with her.
So do you think it's generally true that, like, men are looking for trophy wives and women are looking for sugar daddies?
Yeah, I do.
How is that different than prostitution?
I mean, prostitution is like a business. I feel like, you know, it's business. That's the whole different thing.
Well, how is that different than love that's transactional?
I mean, because I feel like a woman can marry a man, and yeah, she married him because of his money, but eventually she get to grow and learn of him, like, for who he is, or at least love the kids that he provides for her. But a prostitute, you know, she just in it for a transaction, 5 minutes tops, 10-minute tops, and there you go.
Yeah, I would agree with his previous description where he said a loose form. I would say you can kind of call it that if that's the dynamic where one's looking strictly for the money, the other one's looking just for the hot girl. You could say it's, a loose form. Not saying it's right or wrong, but I would agree with that. But just to say that it is another form, no, I wouldn't say it's another form.
What are your thoughts on the expression "every man pays for sex"?
Like when a guy's at a bar and he's buying a girl drinks, he's not doing that because he likes you or like knows anything about you. He wants to take you home.
Okay, so do you feel like a guy can't just like genuinely buy you a drink without like
No.
a woman thinking that there's a secret
yes.
agenda, or?
No, I think a guy can buy you a drink. I think there's some guys that are going out without any wrong
Nigga,
intention.
no dude is spending his hard-earned money to buy a drink for a girl that he doesn't want. There's 100 girls at a bar or a club, and you pick this one in particular because why? Just because you like spending $20 on an overpriced cocktail? Really? No, there is no such thing.
I think there are some people that just want to go out and have a good time and talk to people. I don't think
You're
it
better
always
off buying your own homeboys a drink if you ain't trying to. If you're not looking to get pussy, there's no reason that a man would buy another girl a drink. There is no reason. You're better off buying your homeboys around the shots, laughing and having a good time, not just buying some random broads. Get the fuck out of here.
means that they want to have sex with you and take you home.
Depends on the person.
If a guy wants to have sex with you eventually, is that necessarily the wrong intentions?
Well, how would I know if he eventually wants to have sex with me?
Well, wouldn't he be talking to you for any other reason other
But
than the fact
I'm
that...
not going to
Yes.
assume that a man...
No, a guy would talk to you other than sex.
Not a stranger. No. There's no reason to. There's nothing you can tell me. There's nothing we can really bond about. Unless, like, I've known you for, I'm talking about, like, years and years and years. Like, say we went to high school, man, long ago or some shit like that. Okay, but as far as just, like, me seeing another female just out in the wild, no, there is no reason I'm talking to you outside of wanting to, you know what I'm saying? Like, move that past a platonic thing. I'm not doing that.
Well, no, I'm just saying, isn't that typically why guys approach women, is if they eventually want to get sex?
I don't agree with that.
Because you're a fucking idiot, that's why. So you, like I said earlier, you're gonna be alone. So get ready.
I'm not
Yes, you are.
Okay, do you believe that men initially do really nice things for women because they eventually want sex?
Yes. Off the bat, maybe.
I'd rather pay a prostitute so she leaves when we're done, rather than sit here and put a bunch of money into a
You
chick
can tell this
and
dude's
then...
mad little. The way he's like looking way up, and this looks like some kind of like car, like, you know, like, so like if a car is coming, it'll stop it. This dude's like mad little, manlet.
taking her out for nice dinners, buying her shit, and you get the same result in the end anyways. You're still paying for pussy.
What is
That's
the difference
an angry
between
little man? No offense.
a man being a provider and a sugar daddy?
Sugar daddy pays for your shit.
Yeah, sugar daddy pays for like unnecessary
And
stuff.
a
and
man
like
being
provider,
a provider is like
stuff you
a hubby
need. Like they care about you. They're giving you things because they care about you.
because they want to provide for you.
So do you think it's generally true that men seek trophy wives and women seek sugar daddies?
Definitely.
So how is dating not just a loose form of prostitution?
It's a business, that's for sure.
Transaction?
Transactional.
Don't a lot of men want trophy wives while a lot of women want sugar daddies?
Yes.
Bro, you know what? I'm not gonna rag on these girls, man. Let me stop.
So how is dating not just a loose form of prostitution?
I mean, I don't date.
Well,
I'm not a date.
what's the difference
I mean,
between a sugar baby, a prostitute, and a gold digger?
You getting money.
A prostitute is someone who's strictly sex for money. A gold digger is strictly trophy wife for money, basically. And sugar baby is someone who just gets money and if they have to do a couple things for it, then they do a couple things for it. But that comes with no strings attached, so there's
There's no
like,
obligation.
What do they all have in common?
sex.
Money.
Sex
Money,
for
yeah.
resources, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so how is dating not just a loose form of prostitution?
I guess it is. Ideally, it wouldn't be, but I mean, women are in for the money. I mean,
Okay, so why don't we just legalize it if it's already happening?
that's a great question.
Maybe a sugar baby is that it's more like longer term and kind of like drawn out. While
Yeah, sugar
prostitution's
baby dynamic is the worst. The prostitute, I would say, is the most effective. You get yours, she leaves. There's nothing in the public eye, linking you two together. You can go about your business. Sugar babies, I think that's just embarrassing. Any dude that partakes in that, I don't care if you're a billionaire or not, whatever it is, it's just, you're selling yourself short. It's disgusting.
Maybe like a one-night thing. And then what was the last one?
Gold digger.
A gold digger. I'd say they haven't gotten. Oh, I don't know. Tim, what do you think?
I mean, gold digger's just going for the money. It can last for as long as you want or as short as you want.
Well, what do they all have in common?
Money. I'd say they're all looking for money in exchange for sex. Yeah.
So how is dating not just a loose form of prostitution?
I don't think it is, because I think dating is, there's all forms of dating, really. There's dating where it's just for sex, really, and then there's also dating where someone really loves the other person.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys a little bit about Melio. You get to pay your bills for free through ACH payment, which is...
If a man has
I
friends...
agree with what he's saying, that there are people that date for love and all that stuff, which is true, but still, you have to pay as the guy to get the girl. The percentage of girls I'm not going to throw out there, but that are okay with, say, going 50-50 every single date and then still falling in love with you, I would say are slim to none. So even if they are dating for the intentions of falling in love and having a family and children and all that stuff, that might be true, but the transactional side of it is still there. You still have to take her out, you still have to pay, and if you're, I guess, good enough, she'll reward you with the box. That's just how it is.
Doesn't want kids, hires a maid and hires a prostitute. Why would a man need a woman?
Exactly. They have all of their needs taken care of. That's why I bought a dildo and a vibrator.
Why are there so many women today who say they don't need a man?
Wow, that is a good question. Because there's so many men, quote unquote, tricking and wanting to come out the pockets to buy a woman. So if you,
so many men have lost their dignity, no sense of pride, where they are okay with being, just put into a certain box. Like, they'll have their handyman guy. They'll throw him a couple, a little kissy faces, and, I need something fixed at the house, and the guy will come over and do that. Then there's another guy that's there for dick. There's another guy that's there for food. There's another guy that's there to get her hair done. There's different guys that are okay with subjecting themselves with being just that one thing to a girl, and most of them are okay with just the prospect of maybe one day getting something. A lot of these guys don't even get anything in return. They just get that little flirty thing. They get, the carrot on a stick, and they think, oh, I'm close to getting the carrot, and they just pull it away. You know what I'm saying? Once they get what they need. A lot of guys are just stupid.
After you do that so many times, I would feel like, if they're good with their money and balancing out their careers and stuff like that, they don't need a man after a while, because a lot of women feel like they're more superior than us as a human. So, you know what I mean? I don't feel that same way, though, in my opinion.
Why is it when men think they're superior to women, we call it chauvinism, but when women think they're superior, we call it empowerment?
Wow, that's a great question. That's a great question. I don't know. I think it's just the way the times has changed.
Society. There's obviously an agenda to just weaken men. For what that reason is, who knows? It could be, for a cultural takeover. It could be for, who knows, an invasion from an outside country. Who knows? But there's definitely a concerted effort to weaken the men in this country, because China's not playing that. They got classes on how to be masculine. They are not playing that. So who knows what the reason is, but there is definitely an effort. When you look at media, when you look at everything, it's about how men are stupid, inferior, they suck, they're closed-minded. That's just how it is.
We had a lot of better quality women back in the days when we first started getting that information. But, our grandmothers, and they're not around a lot of times to even keep that going and teach the women how a quality of a man is better than, what he can actually give you.
So why are so many people asking where have all the good men gone, but nobody's asking where have all the good women gone?
Right, because the good men are sitting at home waiting for a woman to get back while the woman is out in Vegas with the young guy.
Is it possible for a bisexual woman to be submissive with a man but dominant with a woman?
Yes,
Isn't that called a switch?
I think so, yeah.
If men have it easier in society, would you be willing to switch gender roles with a man?
No,
Why not?
no. Pussy is power.
Why are women more likely to switch gender roles with another woman than she would switch gender roles with a man?
Again, pussy is power.
Okay.
I don't know.
So if pussy is power, why are women always talking about how hard it is to be a woman in our society?
Because they like sympathy. Right now we live in a society where the victim, the person that's looked down as the downtrodden, they're propped up. So right now it's a race to the bottom, basically. Everyone is trying to outdo each other to look worse off, so they can be propped up. Like, look at this person, they're overcoming so and so and so, half of which are lies, at least.
Cause dudes ain't shit. I don't know.
Why aren't guys allowed to say that women ain't shit?
Because that's disrespectful. What if your mama wasn't shit?
Well, once again, then why is it not equally disrespectful to say that dudes ain't shit? If women talk about equality.
You know what? That's a good question.
Is it possible that women just want double standards instead of equality?
Maybe.
So what advice would you give to the men who don't trust women?
I'd say open. Don't just let one person. Don't let one female fuck up your image for the
It's
rest
not
of
just
them.
one though. It's like this is an ongoing issue. It's a growing issue, unfortunately. Like I said, it's not all. There is a certain percentage of women that do have their head on straight, but most of them don't. And there's a growing number of them that continue to not, just because all the wrong behaviors are being rewarded by guys. We're the ones rewarding these ugly trolls. We're the ones rewarding their bad behavior. So it kind of, I'm not going to say it forces, but it puts pressure on women that don't want to do things like this to do things like this. And then we'll complain about how there's no women fit for a relationship. So at the end of the day, like I've said before, it's our fault at the end of the day.
You know, just treat the girl accordingly and go based off of what she shows you.
You were in a previous episode of It's Complicated called Sex is a Weapon, and you were the guy who drove a Kia Rio. So can you tell me what happened with your girl after the show?
Hey man, you know what? I told her, look, man, you're not gonna be using sex as a weapon no more. So that's a thing of the past, man. Hey, it was a blast, but it was a thing of the past. So, hey, once she got to holding that ass, I told her to hit the gas. Simple as that.
Yeah, man, you don't allow that. I know we get our urges, but you cannot allow that to manipulate you. You have to, like, I switched off that part of my brain in like when I was like 25, 26 to where it doesn't control me anymore. Now, I'm not gonna say I don't have times where I'm a little weak or, you know, but for the most part, it doesn't control me. I don't make decisions based on that because I know how much it can kind of get you in trouble.
Still driving the Kia Rio?
I have a Kia Rio 06, 180,000 miles for the record, still running.
Hey, look, right now it's in the shop, man, but you know, it'll be back up and running in no time, baby.
Yeah, but that was a very interesting video. He always does a great job asking questions in certain ways to make them really think about it. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel I'm worth it. If not, have a good day anyway. Peace.